Hello, this is Mike Sturgis. This is my presentation for my case study, Parental Apathy. For the case study, what we basically have here, in essence, is a situation where there is a total lack of community involvement, parental engagement with the school. What we need to know, essentially, is whether there have been proactive measures taken to address the situation properly. Big issue here, one that stands out to me at least, is that there's no PTO, no PTA, anything along those lines. Only half of the administration are involved. The principal is not very involved. So there's a communication gap or a collaboration gap between the two, where they're not working together for the better of the school. Oh, a problem resolution here. Communication needs to go both ways. As you see there in my second star, you need to listen and share ideas at the same time. You need to leave out all the politically correct jargon when you communicate with your stakeholders. Try not to use, again, the big words that we learned in prior modules. Just stick to the essential information that needs to be communicated. Try to work your best with parents. Try to accommodate their schedules as best you can. Obviously you're not going to schedule a parent conference or a parent meeting at 4 in the morning or at 6 o'clock at night, but you should try to accommodate them the best you can. Also be mindful of cultural issues, religious issues. Have translators available if possible to bridge the communication gap there, or yes, the communication gap if there's the language barrier. Problem resolution here for the school climate and structure, sorry. All right, allow as many opportunities for parents to get involved as possible. Ask for their ideas. Again, communication should be two ways: listening and hearing, sharing ideas, etc. Bring things into the school climate which parents can get involved hands-on. There's a tangible involvement there. Give them many avenues as you can for them to invest in their school, or in their child's school, or the community school here, or for the community to be involved in the school. What I reflected on here was I would be extremely annoyed by the lack of effort given by the principal in this situation. For Miss Rose, it's almost like, what do you do now? You don't have your building leader support, so it's difficult to figure out where you go from there. And again, once I obviously just said, you would feel very unsupported. Unresolved issues, there's still continued lack of effort from, or lack of commitment from the principal. If he wants buy-in from the community, then he needs to, again, commit more. All right. And Miss Rose's role necessitates further focus and better distinction, so she can find a way to go forward, have better direction as she progresses in trying to fix this situation. Excuse me, I'm going to move my video over here. Component 1 for promoting the academic success of all students. The better the communication with school and with parents, better involvement, the better engagement, the better buy-in. Our results have been positive. There's better academic success. There's better behavior issues. There's just overall more positive effects when you have good community and parental involvement. Component 2, let me switch my video back over here. For component 2, promoting the well-being of every student. Involvement allows parents to monitor school and classroom activities. They stay engaged. They know what's going on. There's no communication gap. There's greater attention given to students, I feel. Fostering those community relationships has shown that it better motivates students. So overall, again, just as I said in the prior slide, just much more positive involvement. And finally, promoting the community engagement for families and school community stakeholders. They just feel useful if they're involved. They're more engaged. There's that buy-in that is essential, I feel, for any leader in establishing their mission or goal for the school. And they just learn. They learn more. It teaches them to be lifelong learners and not just worried about the content 100% of the time. There's many, many things that you can learn from outside the school environment. Having those real-world experiences are going to be beneficial, extremely beneficial as you continue through your educational career and get out into the real world as well. So, all right, thank you.